Tycho Brahe was a Danish astronomer who made significant contribution in the field of astronomy, particularly in the area of observational astronomy. His precise and extensive observations of the heavens laid the foundation for the development of the modern astronomy. Brahe was born into a noble family in Denmark in 1546. From a young age, he showed interest in astronomy. He began his studies at the University of Copenhagen, but his passion for astronomy led him to seek out additional training from astronomers in Germany and Netherlands. In 1572, he witnessed a supernova. He published observations of the new star, shattered the widely held belief that the heavens were immutable, and he became a highly respected astronomer. He realized that in order to show when the further changes in heaven might take place, it was vital to have a first-class catalogue of the visible stars. 4 years later, Tycho was given the island of heaven by King of Denmark and money to build a castle that he called Uraniborg, named after Arnia, the Greek goddess of the heavens. In the castle's ground, he built a semi-underground observatory called Uraniborg. For a period of 20 years, his team of observers made positional measurements of the stars and, critically importantly, the planets. His observatory was equipped with a variety of instruments, including a large and accurate measuring instruments and a quadrant that could measure the angles within an arc-minute accuracy. Brahe's observations were so precise that he could measure the positions of stars and planets within few arc seconds. The figure shows how measurements were made. An observer sighted a star or a planet through a small window on the south-facing wall. He did two things. First, he was able to indicate his assistants when the star crossed the meridian. The meridian is the half circle that runs across the sky through the zenith between the north and south poles, intersects the horizon due south. Secondly, by using a giant quadrant equipped with vernier scales, he was able to measure the elevation of the star at the moment of transit. One assistant is standing beside the clock at the lower right of the diagram to measure the time at which the star transits, and the second assistant is seated at the table at the lower left, who would then note the elevation of the star and time of transit in the logbook. One of Brahe's most significant achievements was the creation of catalogue of stars. His catalogue, which contained the position of over 1,000 stars, was the most accurate of that time, and it was used by astronomers for decades. Brahe also made extensive observations of the planets, particularly Mars. He observed Mars over a period of several years and was able to determine the planet's orbit, not particularly circular, but was rather elliptical. Brahe's observations of the heaven were important not only because of their precision, but also because they changed the prevailing view of the universe at that time. According to the Aristotelian view, universe was perfect and unchanging, with Earth at the center and the planets and the stars orbiting around it. However, Brahe's observations showed that the universe was far more complex than previously thought. His observations of planets, for example, showed that they moved in complex, irregular patterns that could not be explained by simple circular orbits proposed by Aristotelian view. When King Frederick II died in 1588, Tycho lost his patron. The final observations at heaven was made in 1596, before Tycho left Denmark. After a year of traveling around Europe, he was offered a position of imperial mathematician to Rudolf II, the Holy Roman Emperor, and was installed in the castle of Benetsky. It was here that the young mathematician Johannes Kepler came to work with him. Kepler used Brahe's observations of Mars to develop his laws of planetary motion, which provided more accurate description of the movement of planets. In addition to his observational work, Brahe also made significant contribution to the development of astronomical instruments. He designed a number of new instruments, including a sextant and a large quadrant, which are used to measure the positions of stars and planets. In 1601, Brahe attended a banquet in Prague organized by Peter Vogt, the Count of Rosenborg. According to Kepler's first-hand account, Tycho had refused to leave the banquet to relieve himself because it would have been the breach of norm. He developed bladder infection and could not urinate. After 11 days of pain and agony, he passed away in 24th October 1601. Brahe's observations of heaven were a significant achievement in the history of astronomy. His precise and extensive observations laid foundation for the development of modern astronomy and challenged the prevailing view of the universe at that time. His work paved a way for future astronomers who built on his observations and developed new technologies to explain the movement of stars and planets. Today, Brahe is remembered as one of the greatest observational astronomers of all the time, and his legacy continued to influence the study of astronomy to this day. So thank you for watching this video. We hope that you found this information informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, and also don't hesitate to share this video with your friends and family who might find it interesting. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next video.